Morning students, welcome to online classes. Dear students, in today's class we are going to discuss very important topic, computation of cost of capital. Before going to discuss computation of cost of capital, in the previous class a small mistake I did it. That is, I written it is a third unit. It is not a third unit, it is a fourth unit, that is cost of capital. In the previous class we studied introduction, meaning and definition of cost of capital, and also we discussed the different types of cost of capital. And let's begin today class, that is computation of cost of capital for different sources of capital, or one we call it as measurement of specific cost by different sources. Basically the cost computation of cost of capital divided into two methods. One is computation of cost of specific source of finance. Another one is computation of weighted average cost of capital. We call it as a WACC. So first I will complete theoretical concept of specific source of finance and problems, and afterwards I will shift it into what WACC means, theory plus problems on specific source of finance, and later we will discuss WACC. The both are very important and very interesting and very easiest concept. And the specific source of finance are divided into four categories: cost of debt, cost of preference shares, cost of equity, and cost of retained earnings. Among that, 2 marks, they can ask 2 marks problem, they can ask 5 marks problems, okay, even they can ask 50 marks also, but most important weightage out is compulsory 15 marks question. Let us start with the specific source of finance. In that, cost of debt. See, debt means what? The debt is very important role at the time of cost of capital, because interest is payable on debentures. So first is what? Under cost of debt we have a different formula, but this formula you should be memorized in your mind. First one is cost of debt before tax, interest divided by cost. KD means what? Cost of debt, interest divided by principal, or we can call it as simplified KD is equal to I divided by P. And second one is when debentures are issued at par. See, when debentures are issued at par at the time, cost of debt is equal to I minus T whole bracket completed R. R means what? Rate of interest. Next, when debentures are issued at discount. See, when debentures are issued at discount, at the time of formula will change. Cost of debt is equal to I divided by P, open bracket, 1 minus T whole bracket. See, 1 is already constant, T means what? Tax. Next one, when debentures issued at discount, over it is, and when debentures are issued premium. See, premium means what? Again, cost of debt is equal to I divided by P, open bracket, 1 minus T, close the bracket. But in both the cases, the formula will be remain same. But if there is discount, net P will change. If they are given premium, again P will be changed. So P means what? Net proceeds. In both the cases, P is very important role. How to calculation of P? See, in discount, face value minus discount, then we will get it what? P. In premium, we have to take it net proceeds is equal to principal plus premium. This is most important. In premium, we are going to taking principals plus premium. In discount, face value minus discount, we will get it a P. But most important note, flotation cost will be deducted in net proceeds. In both the cases, whether we have to calculate the discount, whether we have to calculate premium, if there is any flotation cost or any brokerage is given in the problem at the moment, these flotation cost will be deducted in the what? Net proceeds. We will move to the next. Formulas are very important, and this also one more type of cost of redeemable debt. KD is equal to 1 minus T, sorry, I minus T, R plus 1 I divided by N, F minus P whole divided by half of F plus P, close the bracket. KD means cost of debt, and R means what? That is rate of interest, N means number of years maturity, F means a face value or redeemable value, T means tax, P means what? Issue price. We will move to the next, second one, cost of preference share capital. So preference share capital also one of the very important concept at the time of cost of capital, because the dividend is payable to preference shareholders. Again, cost of preference share is equal to R divided by P. KP means cost of preference shares, R means rate of dividend, P means what? Net proceeds. Most important. Next, if they are issued at par, same formula, R divided by P. If they're issued at discount, again R divided by P. If the shares are issued at premium, then R divided by P. There are three important note. If any expenses are incurred from in the form of brokerage, cost of flotation, such expenses will be deducted from the face value, as you know already, because we already studied in the cost of debt. Second one, dividends are deducted in the computation of a tax. And third one, preference shares may be issued at par, premium or discount. Yes, preference shares we can issue at premium, discount or premium. And this is the next formula, redeemable preference shares. Kp is equal to R plus mv minus P divided by N, and whole divided by half of mv plus P. So Kp means cost of preference shares, R means rate of dividend, mv means maturity value of preference shares, P means net proceeds, N means number of maturity period. Yes. So these two types of specific source of capital, you should be make it proper formula. You have to make it proper written of formula, and you have to memorize. In the next class, I am going to discuss with you regarding the cost of equity and cost of retained earnings. After that, next I will begins that is different types of problems on these cost of debt, preference shares, equity shares, and retained earnings. This is very interesting and very easiest topic, but you should be keep these all formula in your mind, because based on the situation, based on the given information, formula will be changed. Okay. Thank you. We will meet in next class with a new concept. Thank you.